Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a little bit of an advanced break building exercise. So all I've done, I've set the reds up in a triangle and we've just knocked a few out just to simulate that we've played a few shots. And we're going to start with a mid-range red and hopefully clear the table. So every shot I'm going to explain why I'm playing it, where I'm aiming on the cue ball. As always, there will be a cue ball on screen just to aid you, so you can see any side spin I'm applying, and obviously we'll talk through everything as we get into the break. So here we go, let's get into it. So here we go, let's begin the drill. So obviously first of all we're going to have this mid-range red, holding for black. I'm going to have a choice of a couple of reds, but we'll see what angle we get. So I'm just going to stun the white dead, go low on the cue ball. Let's have a look what angle we've got. So as always with break building, it's a little bit of a puzzle. So straight away I'm thinking what goes. So we have this red, and this red are all possible at the minute. But straight away I'm thinking if I can get rid of this red, then I know that this red will then pop into this pocket. So we've landed just slightly high in the black, so I'm going to play for the red just below it. So I'm going to play this shot. I play it with a little trace of left-hand side spin. Shouldn't really push too much into the black, and even if it did, then the little bit of side spin will correct it and we'll still pot it in the middle. If you're not comfortable playing with any side spin, then of course you don't have to. You can just hit plain ball if you're more comfortable doing that. So a little trace of right hand side for me. Left hand side, sorry. So nicely off the cushion. So I've just landed slightly high of straight on the red. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to run it in off two cushions. So again, if we can get rid of this red ball, then I know that this one pots in here. So we're going to go top spin, off the cushion. Yeah, that's nice. So we've got a nice little angle now. So we've just landed slightly low on the black. So if we can now get rid of this, then we then think about moving that one. So again, just a trace on the left hand side for me, just above centre. On and off the cushion. So now once we get rid of this one, we know this red now goes. So looking at the angle of the red, obviously we're trying to think about where we want the cue ball to be to make the next positional shot as easy as possible. So I'm thinking if I can leave the white just slightly high on the black, we can then play the white off the cushion and out for this red. Even if we landed too short, we're still going to have the red in the middle. So I don't want to be too straight on the black. So centre ball, no side spin, just dropping it in. We've left a nice angle just to come out for the red. So this shot I will play with a little bit of right hand side, just so we can, as it hits the cushion, a little bit of side will take and just bring it a little bit wider. I think if we played with no side, we're going to be close to cannon and the red coming back. So a little bit of right hand side spin just below centre. Yeah, nicely off the cushion. So playing that shot, obviously I've played it with a little more right hand side spin than a trace. So you'll probably just have to alter your aiming slightly on the black. So we're probably going to be aiming more towards the left side of the pocket, just to allow for a little bit of cue ball deflection when we're playing with right hand side. There's going to be obviously side on the ball, so that is going to correct the black slightly as well. So if we aim just to the left hand side of the pocket, you'll be fine. So now we're pretty much straight. We've got a tiny little angle to get down for the black. So I think what I'm going to do, quite like going into them high, so I think I'm going to pot the black and play a cannon into the pack. So I want to be slightly high on the black, so just below centre. Yeah, so that's okay. A little bit straighter than I would have liked, so I'm just thinking whether I should play that shot now or not. Yeah, I think we're still okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the shot off the cushion. Hopefully I'm going to aim for this red. Ultimately, whenever we do go into the pack, you know, there's got to be an element of luck on our side. We can plan as much as we want, we can envision what's going to happen, but at the end of the day, you know, anything can happen, and we've just got to hope that things go our way. So how I'm going to play the black, I'm going to be just probably centre ball. We're going to play with a little trace of left hand side spin. So what we're going to do, we're going to have to aim slightly to the right side of the pocket, just to allow for that side spin, because we're going to play with side. It's going to push slightly and then it'll correct it with the side spin. So centre ball, a little bit of left hand side spin. Didn't quite make contact with the red that I wanted to, but I think we'll take that every day of the week. The reds have split nice. So let's just have a look around. I've got a red. Well, we've obviously got quite a few reds to choose from now. I think we're going to play this red, bring the cue ball off the cushion and down for black. Got a red that goes into the corner, a couple in the middle. Yeah. So I'd play this with a trace of right, just to bring the angle, a little bit of run inside off the cushion, just to create that wider angle, to bring it down nicely for the black. So we've just landed slightly high on the black ball. So I'm looking, I've got a red that goes to the corner, I've got a red that goes to centre, and just because of the angle, I think what we're going to play, I think we're just going to screw the white off the cushion and back out for this red into the middle. Even if we landed low, we can still go up for blue, but I don't think we should be landing too low. So low on the cue ball, a little trace of left hand side for me. Cue ball's nicely off the cushion. Yeah, so we've just landed slightly low. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring the white back to here, which leaves us a nice angle on the black. Yeah. So low on the cue ball, no side spin. And that's okay. So just looking at the angle, we've got two reds go to centre, this red goes to this middle. So I'm going to play the cue ball off the cushion and up this line around this area. So I'm going to play slight left hand side spin. The reason I'm going to play a left hand side spin, so I want the ball to slightly check off the cushion. So if I was playing it normally with no side, I think the cue ball would run a little bit too close to the cushion. So just with playing it with a slight little bit of left hand side spin, when the ball hits the cushion, it will check up and it'll come more on a straighter line. So I'd be just above centre. When playing this, we're just going to have to aim slightly thicker. So we're going to have to aim probably just for around this jaw here, just to allow for a little bit of push. Yeah, and that's nice. So now we're perfect on the red. So again, just looking, I think we could do to maybe get rid of this one. Once we get rid of that, then we can think about playing with one of these two into this corner. So I'm just going to play a little stun shot down for the black. Just landing slightly low. So again, just to trace a right hand side spin for me. That won't alter your aiming. Yeah, and that's okay. So I'm just looking at where the pink pots, and it only pots in this corner pocket at the minute. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a cannon onto this red here. That's going to now leave us on one of these two reds to this corner. And it's just going to open things up slightly. So again for me, I'll play with a little trace of left. Don't really to alter your aiming too much. Yeah, and that's good. You even got the little cannon on this red also, which has now brought these two into play. So just have a little look. We're trying to get as close to the next ball as possible, just to make the break a little bit easier. So I'm now thinking I'm going to play this red, I'm going to bring the white off the cushion and hopefully landing around here. I don't want to be landing too near the cushion. Obviously it's going to make the black a little bit harder. So no side spin, off the cushion, nicely onto black. So I'm just looking in this area. Because of the angle we've got, we're just slightly low on the black. I'm going to play a stun shot through this gap. It's going to give us 1, 2, 3. It's going to give us a few options. So low on the cue ball, trace of right hand side for me. Up into the gap. So I've probably run a little bit short, but we've still got this red as well. So now I'm going to play a similar shot. If I can just land slightly low on the black, we can play that shot I just attempted then. Yeah, so that's okay. Just played that shot, no side spin at all. So now we're going to come up this line. We're just really aiming for this red or the pink, just to play a little cannon. Even if we miss it, we're still going to be on the red. So I've landed a little bit low. So tiny trace of right hand side spin. So I've got into that a little bit too much. And obviously because I've got into it too much, I have missed the cannon. But we're still okay. We've still got red, 2 reds to go at. Might even play this one. We could play a little shot around 2 cushions. Let's have a look. I've only just realised that these are all blacks as well. So I think what we're going to do, think we're going to play this red. I'm going to play with left hand side spin, and we're just going to come around 2 cushions and then back out for black. If that's okay. A little bit straight on the black. Certainly could have been better. So obviously that last shot I've just played, because I've played with quite a lot of left hand side spin, I've had to aim slightly thinner on the red, so basically aiming the red more to this right hand jaw. It will slightly push right into the red, and then the side spin will obviously correct it back on line. So just looking at this black now, I'm just below straight, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to play a screw shot with right hand side spin, so when the cue ball hits the cushion it comes more up on this line. If we land anywhere there, or there, we're going to have a shot on one of them reds. So that's good. So obviously the way I've played that, we've gone low on the cue ball, left hand side spin. Obviously we're going to have to aim slightly thinner around here, because the white will obviously push into the black, and then the side spin will make it go back on line. That gives us that side off the cushion. So just looking at this red, so we're just off straight. So I think what we'll do, we're going to come around top spin off 2 cushions. I could just roll the red in, but we're going to be landing around here with the white. Now I think if we play top spin, we can get 1 cushion, 2 cushion, and get a little bit closer around this area. So we don't have to be too high on the cue ball. It's okay, could have done with maybe an inch or so, but not too bad. A bit further up the table. So slightly low on the black. Now straight away, I'm just thinking I'm going to come up through this gap, leave us this red into this pocket. So for me, I'm going to play a little trace, left hand side. So this time, you're just going to have to slightly alter your aiming, just because I'm playing just with probably a little bit more left hand side than I normally would. So this is quite a delicate shot now. Yeah, that's good. So 4 reds to go. Just looking at the angle. So because of the angle, I can't just run the white straight through and land on the black. I'm just going to be running a little bit too close. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to top the white off the cushion and just land around there. So I'm not too high on the white. That's okay again. So I'm now just looking around. And what we're going to do, there's a few options. Nothing goes to this middle. Obviously this red to this corner, but we want to be landing top side. Obviously we're now thinking about the maximum, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself a bit of an option. So I'm going to come up this line with the cue ball, so it gives us 2 shots, this one into the corner or that one into the corner. Just don't want to be landing short. So I'm going to be slightly low. We don't want to get too much into this with backspin. I don't want to be landing on this side of this red. So it's more of a bit of a feel shot. So it's more of a stun screw. So if we can land in that area, again, tiny trace of the left hand side spin for me. Didn't get into it enough. So now what have we got? We've got red. That was a disappointing shot. We've got red to centre. I think we're still going to try for the maximum. Why not? We've got an angle. I'm just going to screw the white off the cushion and land around this area here. And I think now, because we've made that cannon onto the red, I don't think it even pops in any pocket. So we're going to land there on the cue ball, play the black, and try and play then a cannon onto this red. So I'm going to play low on the cue ball. I'm not going to play with any side spin on this shot. So leave ourselves high on the black. Now it's obviously all about the cannon. So I don't really want to be putting any side on this. I just want the natural angle to let the cue ball run off the cushion, up, and really aiming for the pink. So slightly high. And we'll take that. It's a nice shot. So just looking now, slightly hampered by the pink, and with me being right-handed, I can't quite reach it either, so it's going to have to be the spider. So I'm just thinking, where's the best place now I want to leave myself? So either, we're going to have options, whatever, but probably not. I don't really want to be too high. So obviously playing with the spider, this is a little bit difficult because we're always hitting down on the cue ball. And this is always where you've got the tendency, if you don't quite hit the centre of the cue ball, we actually swerve the cue ball, and we obviously miss the pot. So centre of the cue ball, we're not going to have to hit this too hard. Roll the red in, and we've got a little angle for the black. So the shot I'm going to play now, I'm going to play white off the cushion into around this area. We've got quite a big area to land in. Even if we landed slightly low, we can still screw the red in off the cushion and have a shot at the black. But ideally, somewhere around where the white is now, maybe a little bit closer. Try to play with this just below centre, trace of left hand side spin. And straight onto the red. So obviously now we've got red, black's going to be the ball that we're going to need to get back up to the yellow, so we're going to have to start thinking about that angle. So ideally I would like to be a little bit higher, and we play black, white off two cushions and up for here. So we're going to go low on the cue ball, no side spin. And that's okay. So you can play this two ways really. You'll have to play a tiny trace of left hand side spin if you're going to come straight up the table. Just to avoid the pink, you're going to need that little trace of left. Or if you want to come more on this line, perhaps give us a better line. So that's the shot that I really prefer. So I think that's the one we're going to go for. So not bad, a little bit short of pace to be honest. Just looking at the yellow now. It's just at a funny angle where if we topped it off the cushion, the cue ball is going to hit and maybe come along that line, and that's not really where we want to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a little delicate screw shot, just hopefully just come across the face of the brown and at least give us a shot on the green. So low on the cue ball. Ah. Well, that's disappointing. We've absolutely done it in. I feel it was a bad shot on the black, really. Yeah. Let's just try this shot again. Yeah, that was a better shot, wasn't it? Well, there we go, guys. Unfortunately, no maximum 147. I think you can tell from the end of that video I was a little bit disappointed with that, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I played a bad shot on the black, really. I should have been a lot closer to the yellow, and even the yellow, I played what we call a little bit of a deceleration, where I've just not timed the ball properly and I've not got the resulting backspin that I wanted, and that's why we've landed there, snookered. That's what you get for playing a bad shot. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you've got a little insight into break building and how we go about things. Ultimately, like I said earlier, when we're going into the pack and making cannons, lady luck definitely has to be on our side. So, you know, that's just one of the things, part and parcel of the game. There is a lot of luck involved and we've just got to hope sometimes that it does go our way. So as always, guys, if you did like the content, please like, share and subscribe, and we'll try again in the near future and we'll do some more break building drills, so look out for those. So we will see you next time.